me as I take you on a journey. This is Silas Zephania. Yo, FutiTalk, where men with hoodies walk you to Kennington and Anthem, social medicine, communalism as our law. I abhor the jaws of those who exploit privilege over the abundant village. Explosion of all. Ashley's on the board, precise path to Jamal. Innocent and Alfie's defenses parallel to a wall. Who are invited to the provision of the united vibes before football. Is the slogan of our environment. Came out of retirement to kick it in the park. Welcome to FutiTalk. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, share the information that you will view. Today I'm going to Ashim's house. He is the beat maker of some of the videos that you've been watching. He is my beat maker. We actually have a group called Dark Amulets. My name is Silas Zephania. I'm a hip hop artist and I wrote a song for this movement. I wanted to take people further in to the feeling, the atmosphere, the vision of what it is that we are doing every single week to change our society. FutiTalk is more than football. It's health and community. It's a conversation and a gathering. It's vibes before football. It's personal development as well as football expression. Tonight you're going to hear me and Ashim conversate about the reasons why we gave you the ideas that you are hearing audibly. Plus you'll hear us master and mix the track. So enjoy the video. The movement continues. The lions witness the jewel of the iron fist. Papa with the flip-flap, Uncle Virgil with the back heel to Rose feet off Ferrari wheels, dribbling through the midfield. Tremaine brings the pain and injection of methods in the game. We need forensic detectives, his goals are insane. We have two juniors, one is senior to the other. God bless their mothers, Abidjan to London to our Warrior brothers. Come and see a dream, conceived by the people's needs. FutiTalk is the thoughts of the free. Come and see a dream, conceived by the people's needs. FutiTalk is the thoughts of the free. Come and see a dream, conceived by the people's needs. FutiTalk is the thoughts of the free. Come and see a dream, conceived by the people's needs. FutiTalk is the thoughts of the free. 2015 was the start of the conversation. Jimmy Whispers and some good fellas, writers and great debaters. Lindell and Change, Hashim Hussein and Kofi, written intel, recording once.
Just maybe stop the main sample, the music, the opera, in the background, and let Pavarotti just come in for a few bars, and then take Pavarotti off and bring back the original sample, the main sample.
I hear that.
So, but it's all about trying to balance it out and not let both sets of samples clash with each other.
That's it.
So it's supposed to be a layer, whereas one sits on top and the other one is somewhere in the back, but at least you get to hear some elements of it. So that way it'd be easier for you to switch back and forth between two samples. So that's where we're at.
How would you describe the drums that you selected?
Just
the drum patterns that you chose to use.
The drum patterns I chose to use are RZA's drum patterns, drum kit, shall I say.
Who's the RZA for those who don't know?
The Abbott, man. The Abbott, the Zigzag Ziggalong.
The Abbott on the Sabbath.
You know what I mean? Ruler of the Wu-Tang, leader. You know,
arguably the greatest hip hop producer of all time.
Absolutely.
Arguably one of the greatest producers of all time.
Absolutely, bro.
He's our Quincy Jones in the hip hop world.
100%. So he's got drum kits just like any other producers, and he the drums that I've used are the ones that were used for the Wu-Tang Forever album, and the drums he used in the 36 chambers. So
fantastic.
Everything is mixed. It's not as exactly the same, but I might have used the kick from Wu-Tang Forever project, and then snare possibly from the Faces Chambers. But RZA's got so many projects out there, so yeah. But I just felt that for this particular beat, the drums sounded very, very punchy, but also very raw, and just has a classic feel. Like this particular samples from the World Cup 1990s. Those drums are set around that particular time. So everything kind of, matches within that sort of time period. That's the thinking behind it anyway.
Fantastic.
So, to keep it more authentic.
No doubt. So talk about the BPM for this track, my brother.
So this is 91.
Okay.
Nice feel to it. It's it's a proper football anthem.
And how would you explain BPM to those who aren't familiar with the term?
Beats per minute. So it's the speed of the actual track, how fast the drums and then the melody. So hip hop is 75 to 94, 95 BPMs. But obviously you can double time, you can go to 178 BPMs. Producers like Premier, they've got a bounce to their beats, to their drums, so they're always hitting those sort of numbers. So they're all the same, man. It's all about vibe and feel. You just kind of know when the BPM hits. You just know it's hip hop.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Just repeat that, Ashim. Just talk about what you were saying to me off camera moments ago about FutiTalk, watching some of the videos on our YouTube channel. You're one of the earliest brothers to partake from this social change meal that we've been preparing for the people, and years later you've seen it materialize into something special. Talk about that and how that makes you feel.
Yeah, it's great. Seeing it on the channel, the episodes of seeing all the brothers come together and just talking about what the impact it's made for them, and just to see that level of brotherhood is still there and the harmony amongst the group. That's how FutiTalk's always been from day one.
How would you describe the early days for those who are here with us now and weren't there back then?
Very, very competitive. We went in early. I could just remember war. It was like United v Liverpool. The banter was just at an all-time high.
Mention some of the names that come to mind that just give you fond memories.
Gareth, TJ, Uncle Verge,
of course,
his hate for Liverpool and Tottenham, but mostly Tottenham. Ahmed, Hussein. It was just literally
legends. Those are FutiTalk legends.
United v Liverpool. It was just me, Jimmy, and Kofi.
So now you're talking about the chat room.
Yeah, the chat room. We was going off on it, man. It was just the banter was back and forth, change.
Yes.
It
another Man United man.
Yeah. So it was banter at its highest. And the memes were popping off, the pictures.
Well, you're known as the meme master.
The meme master.
That's what Lindo calls you. He thinks you collect them, you store them on your hard drive.
What? The chamber's always full, and there's always more room for more. Especially now. It's just a great time to be a Liverpool supporter.
I was just about to get onto that. Talk about that as a Liverpool fan. How are you feeling? You're about to win the title. You are 5 games away from glory. What does this mean to you, bro?
It still feels surreal. Like Liverpool supporters, this has been a long time coming, and sometimes it felt like as if it was impossible. We was just seen as a club, a competition club, just winning the Champions League, but to be winning the league, it's just mad to think that we're finally going to do it. It's taken a long time. We accepted we were mid-table team at some point, and seeing United winning the title and just United fans the
hurt
big time. So no, it just feels great, and the great thing about it is just being able to witness it, because this has been a 4-year project on the clock, and we saw each step every year, the improvements. We didn't know where it was going, but it's just to see it all pay off now. It's a beautiful feeling.
All right.
Beautiful feeling.
All right. Before we move back to the beats, because I don't want to upset the Man United fans in the group. You know what I mean? When they watch you, they're gonna like fast forward the clip. I already hear about Liverpool. Only jokes. Talk about what FutiTalk has meant to you as a man. We often talk about the fact that a lot of fathers and sons are able to access our group. That's something very organic. That's something very deliberate. I think it's quite rare to enter an atmosphere where you see so much family members, and just share your experiences.
I mean, from what I remember, coming every Saturday, it was something that used to, we look forward to every Saturday. I'd bring my son and just it's like a family. Everybody's got their own life and work and whether it's studying, everyone's so much busy, but you get that couple of hours in on a Saturday to meet up with your brothers and catch up, and it's good to see everyone, and it just felt like a distant relative that you link up with, and it was just a great way to get away from all the negativity and just feel the positive vibe, and just you get a sense of the community.
Nice.
And that's what it is. It's a brotherhood. There's no, everybody just gets on with each other. There's no beef, and everyone was welcome. Anyone that can just walk past.
We're vegetarians and vegans out here. We ain't cooking no beef, man.
That's right.
Plant-based out here.
That's it, man. That's it.
Uncle Bradger's not gonna like that.
No, it's FutiTalk is beautiful. The project is just amazing, and it's the best thing about it is when you see the impact it has on the young ones.
Yes.
That's what really makes you feel like what you've achieved.
We're part of something special.
Absolutely. That's the goal. Just and being mentors to these young ones. Because some of them might not have the role model and someone to look up to. FutiTalk is the perfect place to provide that. And positive things.
Lovely. Let's get back to the music.
Yo. FutiTalk, when men with hoodies walk, you can Kennington and entering social medicine with communalism as a law. I abhor the jaws of those who explore privilege over the abundant village and exclusion of all. Ashley's on the ball, precise pass to Jamal. Innocent and Alfie's defense is parallel to a wall. You are invited to the provision of the United Rise before football is the slogan of our environment. Some came out of retirement to get to the park with the younger lions. Witness the tune of the iron fist, Papa with the fifth lap.
Beautiful. Let that beat drop. Come on. See a dream conceived by the people's needs. FutiTalk is the thoughts of the free. Come and see a dream conceived by the people's needs. FutiTalk is the thoughts of the free.
What I'm gonna do, then after that, just to give an idea.
Lovely. Love that change. Woo. Wonderful. The Oscar Awards, we've got Oscar Hawaii applause, salute to Darren, we have beautiful, bro.
Maybe you can go in between.
I think so. yo. Yeah. Come with me. See the vision. A new rendition.
Woo. We've got a new one.
Sounding good. The Oscar Awards, we got Oscar who I applaud. Salute to Darren, we are champions, flying like Concords. T, we call him Sean, my word is born. Cindy and Demonardi completes our society's uniform. So imagine, I've come to Ashim's studio. The beat was made, came out the oven already, but he said, nah, I'm gonna add some more layers to it, fresh drums, and he found different ways to manipulate the sample, and it's just sounding like a new loaf of bread. Wonderful. Hope you people appreciate the work that goes in to the making of this classic.
5, 6, 7 hours in, and you wouldn't even feel like it because you're so much in the creative process that you're just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Darren, we are champions, flying like Concords. T, we call him Sean, my word is born. Sing torch of the free, who needs the Oscar Awards? We got Oscar who I applaud. Salute to Darren, we are champions, flying like Concords. T, we call him Sean, my word is born. CD and
that sounds so good.
Society's uniform.
Yeah.
Who needs the Oscar Awards? We got Oscar who I applaud. Salute to Darren, we are champions, flying like Concords. T, we call him Sean.
Perfect. Yeah, just like that.
Come with me.
Lovely.
As I take you on a journey.
Woo.
This is Silas Zephania.
It's like you're just lifting the person as they're hearing the experience. Then when it drops, I aboard the jaws.
So what's the other sample you want? Go. So, what inspired the song? What made you think about recording a song for FutiTalk?
Yeah, for me, rap is my first language. My imagination is a place where I look at life in a very poetic way. You know, even when I walk in the streets, life just speaks to me, and then I think of how to articulate that in rhyme form. So when it comes to a movement like FutiTalk, the experiences that we have on a daily, weekly, monthly and yearly level, there was always a plan to lyricize what I felt. So long before the inception of the first words, I knew that I would give language, poetic language, lyrical language to what we feel. Because what I often say to people about the gift of rhyme that I possess is that there are ways that I articulate existence that can't be compared to how I will talk in a conversation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I always knew that there was going to be a theme song for this social change project, because I think music is such an important tool for what you're trying to spread. And I think what we do by providing an inclusive football experience where children, adults, older men, even women are welcome, we are sending a message out there. We're exporting something. So we put on a game amongst ourselves, but we're saying you can also come along. So by giving this movement a soundtrack, you're almost intensifying your ability to say, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who may not be into football, but's into music, can hear it
and just visualize everything. So when I say something like Terrell's feet are like Ferrari wheels dribbling through the midfield, you know, you just picture this person called Terrell, like, right, he must be sick, you know what I'm saying? You know, when I say Amage is the son of a legend, Mark Father the player whose boots are blades wrapped in leather, you're thinking, who's that? And that's Tremaine I'm talking about. So you just find another avenue, another way to tell people about this beautiful story. So yeah, with FutiTalk I found a way to combine two of my passions. You know, football was my first love, but people who only know me for football don't know that hip-hop is something that comes from my soul. When I was young, football was my ambition, and when that ambition came to an end, I dropped the boots and I picked up the mic, and hip-hop was waiting to invite me into the inner courts of the chambers that would just take my life to another level. So those two adventures have always been a part of Silas Zephania. So I think for people who know my music, this is a side to me that they wouldn't have felt before, in the context of the fact that hip-hop and football coming together through one musical experience is something I've never done like this. So yeah, I poured my heart out, bro. Yeah.
So with the FutiTalk song itself, I noticed that you've got these samples from the World Cup 1990. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, great question, bro. When I first came to this country, I'm African, I'm from Zimbabwe, and when we came to this country, my mum brought us here. My sister was also with us, and you know, you're homesick, you're missing the motherland, you're missing your people, and football became a source of comfort. I was a football fanatic back home, and not long after our arrival here, the 1990 World Cup unfolded, and I fell in love with football in a new way. And it's interesting how with life, your earliest experiences almost seem to be your most vivid. Like, I remember everything about that World Cup. But like I said moments ago about music and the ability that music has to really transport you closer towards an experience. Pavarotti singing, you know, that song Nesandoma, every time they would play that before the start of, you know, was it Grandstand? I think that was the name of the program, you know.
Yeah.
It brought me closer to the football experience, to the point where when I would play football, that song would be playing in my mind, and any other song that they would use for football when I was younger would just be rotating in my brain. So, you know, I'm a Spurs fan, and Pochettino always used to talk about football being an emotional experience, and I've always related to that. Whenever I play football, I always have songs playing in my mind. So yeah, that was the World Cup where Cameroon beat Argentina 1-0. I remember that, and being an African away from home, just watching them play did something to me. So yeah, I just fell in love with football in a very specific way. And then obviously shortly after that, 4 years later, there was the World Cup in the USA. So the stars of that World Cup included Bebeto and Romario. So that's why you hear those samples or the commentary samples of men talking about those particular players. So yeah, the influences that I had as a child that brought me closer to the game, that also brought me close to music, I had to bring them on board even when I was traveling down the lyrical road through this song, you know. So it's almost like I'm bringing my childhood experiences through the portal of this adult perspective, because football is deep. Football is.
So with the song finally recorded and in the process of being mixed, what do you hope for the song to achieve?
First and foremost, I want the song to inspire the members, those who are friends and family of the movement called FutiTalk. You know, Tremaine, Desrick, Rashidi, Ashley, Jamal, Uncle Virgil, Uncle Ali, Mustafa, Mark, Junior, Lindell, Ashim. I could go on. I want all of the people who hear this song to just smile and to feel something. Because you know what music does? Music is the mood. It's the feeling of something that you live. Sometimes you don't have the words to articulate an experience, and music can just channel the sentiment that's flowing through your body. So I want people who have experienced FutiTalk, maybe once upon a time you traveled with us on this journey, and you're no longer with us, and you're in another part of the world, or in another part of London, or another part of England. When you hear the song, I want you to smile. For those of you who come every Saturday, I want you to just buzz when you see what I've prepared. And then for people who have never heard of us, you know, the wider society, I want this song to really be an advert for what it is that we are doing. The agenda is social change. One of our principles is inclusivity, and we're really trying to show you that people can come together in the name of a common cause, and we really can make a difference in our society, because the idea is to really focus on the personal, social and emotional well-being of the people that enter our football framework. So yes, we play football, yes we have award ceremonies, yes we're putting together a football team that will play games, but fundamentally we are dealing with mental health. We are character building individuals, so that when they go back to their families, when they go back to their careers, they are better versions of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So we're serving the needs of children. We're giving people who would be classified socially as elders a place that they can come to and feel like they are at home. So you're answering so many questions that are out there, which are connected to the social problems that define the downfall and the decline of our society. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want people in FutiTalk to buzz, and for those who don't know what we do, to really become even more interested in what it is that we do. Yeah. So we've completed the mixing of the track, and yeah, Ashim, big up yourself. Just come in view of the image. Big up yourself just for putting your production hand to this classic. My heart and soul went into this song. I hope everybody enjoys it, and pay attention to Ashim, this talented beat maker, because without his hand, these lyrics wouldn't have a plate to put my word food on. So subscribe to my channel, Silas Zephania, and you can hear a lot of our music. Would you like to say any closing words for the viewers, Ash?
Yeah, I hope the people feel the beat, the song the way we did, you know.
No doubt.
Just yeah, it's a special song.
Definitely. Alright, on this occasion, the mic unites us, it doesn't divide us. The mic unites us, it doesn't divide us. Salute, FutiTalk.
Come on.
Come with me as I take you on a journey.